Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the wonderful world of trading. Looks like the yesterday's session was pretty stagnant for the most part. Very sideways day, and today we're opening quite a bit lower than where the market left off yesterday. Just looking here at the Eagle, you can see a very active overnight session. Really busy through the Asian session as well, which is a little unusual for the NASDAQ. And then there, boom, the monster sell-off after the market closed. And just a huge gap on the Asian Open to the short side. All right then, well, we've got, like I said, we've got a bit of a gap to the upside, and as is customary, markets do try to fill those gaps. They don't always fill them the same day, but it does look as though the NASDAQ may be trying to get in there. All in all, it looks like it's going to be a pretty wild ride. Russell here with the color commentary says the market dropped 100 points after Cohn resigned. So there you have it. For those of you like me who are woefully ignorant of the news, if it wasn't for my wife shouting at the television, I wouldn't know what's going on in the world. And I'd probably be a better person for it. All right, let's see. We're getting a few signals here. It looks like the Falcon just producing a trend change / late filter entry signal. So the Falcon looking a little bit bullish. The Hawk definitely bullish. The Eagle, the band has flipped. It's trying to get bullish. For those of you looking to trade that first in sync Eagle signal, I would say that's that bad boy right there. So we got a few things here across the board. Like I said, looking a little bit more bullish this morning here now. The Raptor with a cloud crossover signal, your number one signal. And it looks like we're going to get some follow through from that. We're only a couple, 3 minutes into the session, so I'm not all that excited about hopping on board a trade just yet. But there you go. It looks like it was a profitable little move right out of the gate. These transitory periods where the market may be changing trend or maybe not, these are always difficult to trade because there's a lot of market volatility, bigger swings. Okay. The buyers continuing to push. I could see, where do we have our resistance line? I was going to say there's going to be one near 6,900, and sure enough, 68.95 is the secondary resistance line. Okay, a little bit of an early reaction there. Didn't quite get to 6,900. Okay, we might get something tradable here. It's a little bit aggressive because the market's still bouncing around a bit, and technically we're in an uptrend, but we might get a signal to short. Or not. Not getting that test to the extreme. Okay, we're going to get yet another attempt to break out above the highs. Excuse me. You can see the market struggling here. I think we're going to get a bit of a pop to the upside. Get closer to 6,900. There we go. And getting a little bit of a pushback now. Mark says that late filter entry worked out well for him. I wanted to get on board it too. I saw it building, but by the time I got to it, the market already a little bit past the signal. Oh, I didn't even notice that it followed up with another one. So a couple opportunities here, a couple early opportunities to get into the market. It is, like I said, still very early in the day. We're only been at it for 10 minutes, although it seems like a whole lot longer than that. And as anticipated, 6,900 kind of putting a little bit of a wrinkle in the move. Okay, and now things starting to look maybe a little bit weaker again. This is really a wild market here. Okay, the Falcon now producing a trend change signal. The Hawk also getting a lot more bearish. And here on the Raptor, this would be a very aggressive sell. I'll give it a moment here, see how it shapes up. So not a really good looking number 2 signal. We've had a teeny tiny test of the extreme here. I would like to see a more reasonable push. Might not get it though. Yeah, everybody's really conflicted here. Okay, well, we've kind of got ourselves the market between a rock and a hard place. Let's see if this pushes back a little bit. We could even do an OCO style order where we can look to sell down here, and they're not going to give me the chance now. They're going to run away. Stinkers. Waited too long. All right. My bad. All right, so here now a better number 2 signal. I'm going to set this as kind of a late. This is your just in case the market falls through before the number 2 signal gives me a chance to do a second push entry trade. We've got it tested the extreme now. But they're just all over the place here. All right, here we go. No slippage, I don't think. No slippage today. Yesterday, that was an issue. That was another hint that the market may be unwinding, as we saw a lot slipping yesterday. Almost got to the break even. What I'll do is I'm going to roll my break even here back toward this current low. If the market gives me that one more time, I will take the break even. All right. Might have been hoping for too much. All right, what I suspect we're going to see, because we're kind of slowing, right? The market made a strong move higher. Actually, here, that's a little bit too much going on the hawk, but the market made a strong move higher. We've seen a test of the extreme. There's some reluctance to head lower. There's obvious support here around 68.80. I think we're going to see one more run up, and that's going to be do or die for the buyers. It's actually going to be easier to sell this market, I think, if the buyers lose their grip. But this may take a few minutes. Yeah, Mark says, you're right. Mark says the NASDAQ certainly has changed behavior over the last few months. Wild swings compared to what we're used to. The NASDAQ was dead quiet just a few months ago with nothing going on. And you're right, now it's all over the map. Mark says, I passed on the late filter entry to the downside. Trend line not very flat. This one right here. Mark says, I found that's kept me out of some bad trades despite the signal being my favorite. Just an observation. I thought it was worth mentioning. And I pointed that out the other day as well, that you're going to do better when the late filter entry does produce a flat signal. Overall, if you did take that late filter entry, folks, no need to panic. I do believe the market will trickle down here, at least get to your profit objective. There we go. Looks like it's going to push on through. There you go. And now we are, I'm going to call it, I'm going to say we're in a bear trend right now. I think it's official. Opening range expired just about. I'm going to set up my just in case trade here. And if they give me another chance, I'll try to turn it into a runner. All right, here they come again. Oop, there's the cloud crossover. Let's do this on the Raptor. Same trade as what I was just looking at on the Hawk. It's a cloud crossover signal that gave us the warning. You can see the faint background highlight telling us that there was a pre-signal there, but it did not fill. Did not get low enough just yet. We still have the warning dots. I'm just going to park the order. We'll see. Now the buyer's going to make a liar out of me. Are they going to pick up the trend again? So we've got a green buy signal now. That's not a signal for us, but it's just interesting to see that the programming parameters are saying that there's some buying going on behind the scenes. All right, there, the official number one. Okay, they're gonna make a run at it. Maybe. Getting stuck here again. If the bottom falls out here, there's good potential for a bigger downside move, I'm going to call it. Maybe back to the low of the morning, down here, 68.56-ish. And if that gives way, well, fasten your seatbelts, boys and girls. All right, is that what the buyers got? I guess I can cancel that sell attempt. All right, here they come, maybe. I'm tempted just to do an OCO, you know that? Throwing a buy order above that high, throwing a sell order below the lows, and just wait it out. As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit more, well, I was going to say more inclined to short, but I'm not really. I'm not opposed to a buy. It's just, where am I going to get in? I guess here we've got a hard edge bounce forming. I'm not going to take it right here, although technically that's where the signal is forming. The market just seems to be in too much of a transition for me. So I'll consider it, but only above that swing. All right, they're now a number 2 signal. We're just right in the thick of this range. Okay, I'm going to, you know what, I am going to do the OCO idea. We'll get a stop enabled. We'll do our OCO. I'm going to short below here. Oh, sorry, wrong button. And I'm going to buy above here. You see the number 2 signal here, even though I'm interested in shorting, and it may well work out, but look at just that sideways nature of the market, just that overall context. It's making me very nervous about trying to get short too early. All right, now we're getting the cloud crossover to the short side. So things building a little bit more to the short. It does look like the buyers are struggling. We're not getting a whole lot of follow through here on some of these buy signals. I'm already positioned the way I am. Otherwise, I would have looked to tighten up my sell signal. Look at that, you stinkers. So this 68, 74, 73, 74, 75 area, huge support down there. If that gives way, we're going to see more than a few buyers running for their sell order button, their close button. Wow, look at that. I don't know if I want to attempt a buy now. They've got me scared. All right, I'm going to close that out, and we'll just see what gives here. Put that back on the shelf for now. All right, here the back and forth continues. Yeah, Mark says pretty choppy. You are right. All right, here they come, and there they go. They finally broke that low, and oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on, give me that number one signal, you scoundrels. All right, it's setting up for a cloud crossover now. Can I cover it above the high? Oh, I can. And we've got the warning dot. We don't have the signal just yet. The clouds have crossed. This is just kind of setting up in anticipation of the number one signal forming. Okay. We got the number one signal now, and well, here I thought we were going to see the big breakout, and that didn't happen. Okay, well, we'll put that back on the shelf for now. A lot of we're just we're making swings. You know, in hindsight, you can look at this and you can say, "Oh wow, you know, look at there was a move there, the move there, move there, move there." But really difficult trading. We're just going over the same prices time and again. I still feel like maybe just parking an order down here around 68, 69 and leaving it. I'm not sure we could get any more neutral. All right. Look at our band. It's almost twisted up like a rope, just dead sideways. Okay. Looks like the buyers still got it. At support at around the 68.70 area, just too much for the sellers, and looks like the market picking up where it left off. All right, well, I'm kind of getting stuck on my back foot here, still shaking the rust off from not playing for a few days. look at that. They're gonna make a comeback here, the buyers. All right. Wow. Just as I thought maybe the buyers were getting it together. The sellers making a little bit of a pushback now. I don't feel really bad about sitting here waiting on the market. It does get a little frustrating, to be sure, because, hey, we want to be making some money, but at least we're not losing money. Not yet, anyway. Here's a decent looking, well, here was a very nice looking late filter entry, actually. Right here, the trend change, the late filter entry, very, very flat. This one reasonably flat. The market may be getting a little long in the tooth. It should try to get up here a little bit, but it does seem to be struggling somewhat. Okay. I'm going to give this a whirl, this number 2 signal. This is going to be a little bit of a risky trade because, of course, we just had that run up. I'm kind of looking at maybe the bigger, well, I don't know if the bigger trend is down. All right, here they come. Yeah, they're not going to give it to me. They're going to keep pushing, or try to keep pushing anyways. All right, here's the other number 2 signal. Whoa! There was monster slippage there. They slipped me at least 3 or 4 ticks. There's nobody in the marketplace right now. All right, let's see if we can get some follow through here now. If the sellers are going to push it back to 68.70, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we're going to see a move back here to 68.70. I'm just in with a single, so if I had multiple contracts, I would definitely take a look at taking profit and perhaps trying to run out an additional contract. But just the market's so sideways, so choppy. I'll give it a whirl with a single, but I really don't want to throw much more at it than that. Uh-oh, here comes that hard edge bounce. So the buyers, are the buyers going to make a run at it? I'm tempted to roll my stop up higher, but you know what? I'll leave it where it is. I could just see the market poking through by a tick or two and then reversing and heading lower, which has kind of been the theme today. They're not going to let me away with it. So a crappy fill, and looks like I'm going to get tagged out here in a minute as well. Just add insult to injury. All right, well, what can I say? That's the way the market is going today. And look at that, very little follow through to the upside as well. I don't know if I want to try another trade, truth be told, at least until things settle down here a little, or get some directionality. And we're getting, follow-up signals. Here's a trend line touch now on the Falcon. Do I dare? So I think, given the way things are, I'll give them a little bit of room on the entry side. They're working on a possible late filter entry with filters out of sync now. So we'll have to see whether or not that follows through. The volatility really high today. No direction, but loads of volatility. All right, I'm going to give that late filter entry signal a whirl. And maybe I'll give them just another tick or two. Come on. Ooh, I'm a little scared. I can just see them bringing me in and whipping me out. Rarely do we see so much conflicting information in a chart. All right, here comes another late filter entry signal. Well, no slippage that time. I'm going to try to run this one a little further. Maybe we'll get it up here so I can try to offset my earlier loss. Set my break even a little higher as well. What's after that? Ooh, after that, 69.63. That may be a bit of a reach, but we'll see. Well, Julian's bullish. She's looking 69.20. So in more or less the same neighborhood. Come on, get up there. Come on. Not much to watch, but hopefully they'll push on through. Here we go. Look at the action. I can tell from the width of these bars that the volume is way off. Look at that 197. Back here, at least that bar had 2,000 contracts. This one, 1,700. But then it starts to fall off rather quickly. Where we're at right now, very little in the way of market participation. Okay, well, we're heading in the right direction anyway, but okay, I think I'm going to get ready with, say, the bar high-low. Well, got me on the hiccup there, but at least caught a little bit of that move. Well, now things are going flat again. We're getting yellow bars here in the hawk. Starting to turn over a little bit here on the falcon. I don't know if we're going to get another trade here this morning. Well, it looks like we're getting pretty close to the lunch hour. So I think we're going to button up shop here. I'm going to try to sneak in one more trade, and I'm thinking, given the way the market has been setting up, perhaps a number 2 signal, a short. Try to get, there's a number 2, and we'll see. Did they slip me again? No, not that time. And I'm going to stretch this one just a little bit. And it didn't print as a number 2 signal. The retest wasn't quite high enough to count as a number 2. But visually, you can see it's still a number 2 signal. Oh, there's the hard edge bounce. Eric, did you fool yourself yet again? Come on. Not really fast moves here today, higher or lower. If you're going to continue trading this afternoon, I think you can anticipate more of the same. The market's kind of made a decent move higher overall, even though it's been very painful and choppy. Oh, there we go. Getting a little bit of a move lower there. I'm going to try to keep working with this trade, try to nurse it down to the profit target. There is the potential for a bigger move lower through the remainder of the day. A move back to that 68.70 area would not surprise me. The market does seem to be moving in a bit of a sideways fashion, and as such, sideways markets tend to reject the highs and trade back to the lows, and then reject the lows and trade back to the highs. But I think I've had enough fun for one day. It's just too much of a struggle here today. All right, gang. I'll see you again tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.